Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show, and you're watching FYNTV.com. I love our new logo down there in the bottom corner, 8 a.m. We're in LJ, Georgia, North Georgia. Phone number, email address on the screen, and all the ways you can follow us on social media. We have an action-packed day. It's Thursday, which means tomorrow we will be in Blue Ridge. And boy, I can't wait to get the All-Star panel together tomorrow. I can't wait to get the band back together tomorrow because wow, do we have a lot to talk about. Now, there were no fact witnesses, non-witnesses. You know, to present yesterday's show as 4 witnesses, there was no fact witness there. And I tell you, there's a long way. All right, it's a long way from NATO to Washington, D.C., London to D.C. You can take the Concorde if you're Phil Collins and you want to play with Led Zeppelin at Live Aid. You can take that thing, hour 45 minutes? I don't know what it is over here. But Air Force One, the president, he left yesterday. NATO over, and Trump went home. Now, I want to start there for a reason because it's I say it's a shame. It really is. It's so disappointing. Words can't describe our media's the hate for this man. And as Trump sends out, there's multiple times, let's put up number 17. There are multiple times that the president sends out, says, they're not mad at me, it's you. Is it the 64 million? The 64 million of you that voted for me, you caused me. And, here is the headline: Trump abruptly cancels NATO news conference after summit turns sour. MSNBC, our media is laughing at our president. I tell you, it's very disheartening. I mean, how unpatriotic. Do they love this country? Trump says all too many times about Democrats and media. He questions, he says it's very serious. Do they love this country? Because you're standing around, and for those that have never been a part of an association or something where everybody's just standing around yucking it up, okay, and picking at each other or whatever, I in my past life, corporate life, I had an opportunity to attend some things where you went down, and before the evening started, there was cocktail hour. So you got your itinerary. You go up to the hotel, got your itinerary. Meeting starts at dinner at 7, cocktails 6:15. Cocktail hour, and you rush down and you go up, put your suit and tie on. You rush down, and everybody is yucking it up and slapping each other on the back and picking at each other or whatever. I used to be a member of an association, had like 270 members from California to New York, and we would have meetings, and you would be in a room, and this would happen. So these guys, Trudeau is a child, okay? I mean, I think the best contribution Canada's made to the world is SCTV. If for you kids out there, you may not understand what SCTV is, okay? Eugene Levy is probably the greatest thing that came out of Canada. John Candy, planes, trains, automobiles, the list goes on, okay? So Canada and their great contributions to the world, the child, the two-faced Justin Trudeau is yucking it up and says, I'm supposed to show up for a meeting, but, Trump's doing a 40-minute. I mean, everybody there knows. You got a meeting scheduled, and damn it, they tell you Trump's going to do a press conference, and you say, oh my God, what the hell? Because let me say a couple things about these pieces of garbage around the world, these globalists, these people that are laughing about my president. You get no coverage, damn it, none. if there's no Donald Trump? When's the last time we sit and listen to one of your boring ass news conferences, huh? We don't do that. So Macron comes out and stands on the podium by himself. Crickets. We don't watch. Trudeau, you're by yourself at a podium. We don't watch. Oh, Angela Merkel, we don't watch. The world does not pay attention. Add a Donald Trump to your podium, the next podium, and we pay attention. And we accidentally listen to one or two things you have to say. So without Trump, you've got nothing to say. Your effective speeches are zero without Trump on the stage. But they all know, oh my God, there's going to be 92 questions about impeachment. There's going to be questions about Giuliani. There's going to be questions. And Trump's going to answer them. Okay? He's not like anybody else. Nobody else. This guy stands on the world stage all by himself, and he is America, folks. That's who he is. Us. 64 million of us. You, I, whatever. He stands on the world stage and he takes the questions no matter what it is. And every once in a while he says, you know, you're despicable. Why would you ask something that stupid, right? We wait for that, right? Because you, Justin Trudeau, you out there, okay, the young boy, Macron, the rest of you out there, nothing. Trump does not do a press conference. We don't need to hear from you. Trump did not abruptly cancel a NATO news conference after the summit because it turned sour. Let me tell you what Trump did. The unpatriotic Democrats, okay? Let's see. Let me get one of the right here so I could keep this ball rolling down the hill of this country, these disgusting people. Let's go with number 31, right? Legal scholars, Trump committed this, Professor Michael Gerhardt, okay? And then let's go to number 32. There's Professor Pamela S. Carlin. You know, our Constitution says we cannot have a monarch. We cannot name our successors. Although Donald Trump can name his son Barron, he can't make him a baron. Okay? And then let's go with number 35. His mummy fixed his hair. You could tell he would say, "Mummy, mummy." Son of a, damn. There's Noah Feldman. Mummy. Let me tell you why. I don't know where the hell that picture is. 17. This is a disaster. This is disgusting. This is unpatriotic. This is treason at its height. I mean, I'm just throwing out words here, damn it, but it's so upsetting to me of what they did. Do you think the Democrats' plan, do you think the Democrats scheduled, it was the only opening day. You ever get something and you go and you say, I need an appointment, and the person comes back, this is the only opening we had. So do you think Jerry Nadler, this piece of garbage, do you think the Chairman Nadler sent in and said, I would like to hold the hearing room on this date? We only have Wednesday, December 4th open. I'll take it. I don't want to lose it. Was that the only day the room was open? No. It's not a coincidence that yesterday they put on this show on December 4th, on the same exact day the President of the United States was in London. He was with the Queen. He was with world leaders. He's talking about NATO. NATO is supposed to be about Russian aggression. I thought that's what they were all worked up about, how Trump kisses Vladimir Putin's ass and Russian aggression. But no, they wanted to preempt it. That's what they wanted to do. And how did they want to preempt it? with a split screen. You see, they've done everything they could. Okay? And in the great words of Congressman Doug Collins, this all started with tears in Brooklyn. I love that line yesterday. What's that mean? Remember, Doug Collins, way to go, Congressman. Way to go yesterday, all right? But remember, this all started when? When those pictures of those poor children, and Hillary wouldn't come out because maybe she was drunk. I don't know. Maybe she was in the back drunk saying, I can't go out there and face the world. But you remember election night? Those pictures of the kids looking up. Oh, and tears and wipe and hugs and everything from the liberal left. You know, progressives just hugging each other because it can't be true. And what did Congressman Collins say yesterday? This all started with tears in Brooklyn, and we know when that was, the election night. Okay? They have done everything they can do, everything they know to do and will not stop to try to embarrass 64 million people for voting for Donald Trump, tried to shame you for voting for Donald Trump, and tried to treat our president as some imbecile on a world stage. Yesterday was all set up. Every time you hear NATO was a bust, bull, S-H asterisk, period. It was not a bust. Secretary General of NATO, Strassenberg, whatever his name is, loves the Donald. Because you know what? Cha-ching, the money's going up. Donald said to Trudeau, what? You can't pay you 2%? Huh? Pay you 2%. I love when he goes New Yorker on their ass, right? They're mad over a phone call because he said to Zelensky. That's his personality, damn it. I love when Donald Trump goes New Yorker. He says, I say king. I said, king, hey, you know, listen, I'm telling you, when he goes, that's all that was on the phone call with Zelensky was he went New Yorker. Hey, you know what? I'm not supposed to send... According to the Constitution, I should hold out your money because of corruption. You people are so damn corrupt over there. I mean, what the hell's going on? What are you going to do? Look, do me a favor. Clean this up. Call me, all right? Let me know what you got. That's what the hell happened in the phone call, period. That's it. So he gets over to NATO and he looks at Trudeau. What, you can't pay your 2%? What's wrong with you? My people are paying the 2%. My people don't like it. I'm here for my people. He's the consigliere, damn it. I'm here for my people. My people's paying 2%. Why can't you? Hey, I'm America first, Jack. Now look, you want to stay in the group? Who wants to leave? You want to leave? Leave, damn it. That's Trump. He did not disappoint on the world stage. It did not turn sour. Let me tell you exactly what was going to happen yesterday. They said it. They were ready. All the networks were ready to split screen it. Yeah, they were going to have these law professors, and they wanted the world to watch. They wanted the world to watch the NATO press conference. They wanted Trump up there for 90 minutes in a press conference firing questions at him while the world watched him being impeached in the United States in this phony sham hearing yesterday. And Trump didn't give them the opportunity. That's why Trump got on the bus and went home. He got on the bus, one of them double-deckers over in London. He wanted to tour. He wanted to look around. He went over to Air Force One. He's gone. He's not going to be made a patsy out of. He's not going to be made a clown out of. They wanted to do the press conference so they could fire impeachment. They wanted to do the press conference yesterday over in NATO. So what? So they could look and say, Mr. President, while we're here, back in D.C., there's hearings today concerning impeaching you. On and on and on. And they wanted the split screen, and they didn't get it. NBC, ABC, they were all ready to have Trump standing at a podium. See, at 9 o'clock a.m. over there, right? They wanted about 1 o'clock for it to be 9 or 10 or whatever. Yeah, that's what they wanted. That's my opinion. They wanted the split screen. They wanted to see if they could laugh at Trump a little more and say the world is laughing. Do you know who the four, well, not Jonathan Turley, we'll get to that. Do you know who the Democrat, progressive, leftist, legal scholars are? I mean, how can you get any more? All three voted for Hillary. All three voted for Obama. All three felt that Donald Trump should have been impeached from the Tears of Brooklyn night in December 2016 or November 2016. Do you have that video? Meet the Democrats' new impeachment witnesses? Roll the tape.
I was at the University of Pennsylvania Law School yesterday where I teach a class, and my class is still in therapy.
I'm a registered Democrat and have been my whole life.
There are other bad things in the world to fear, including, of course, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III and ICE agents who are out of control.
On the Republican side, it's largely not fact-based.
There are all kinds of things that the president has done thus far that already, I think, would reach that level most likely.
Even if as a progressive you would believe, as I do, that I should be paying higher taxes.
Noah, you do urge Congress to start thinking clearly about the power of impeachment if President Trump does indeed invoke emergency powers after this tonight.
The courts block you, and then eventually Congress sets out to impeach you.
Those are the three progressive left. They were brought in for no other reason to try to complete the picture. Remember this, so I can go to break. This all started, let's see, not all started, but remember about 8 weeks ago, they wanted to narrow it down, Democrats, to, they changed from quid pro quo to bribery for no other reason, and other words, for no other reason, as the DCCC did polling data, all right, to see what played better, and bribery did. So they said about 8 weeks ago that they needed to frame this for the American people to understand it. Yes, they had to put it in a smaller box for you to understand it, okay, the American people. Then they went from there that they were going to paint a picture for you, okay? They were going to paint a picture, all right? That's what they were going to do. And they worked on that, okay? And yesterday was one of their parts of, okay, you haven't gotten it yet. You, the American people, you don't quite catch on. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you constitutional scholars, okay? Okay? Constitutional scholars we're going to give you so that you can better understand if they're saying, if bureaucrats, lifelong bureaucrats, are saying the president did something, they just didn't like what the president did. That's period. Not Volcker, anyhow, okay? Taylor and all the bureaucrats, Vindman, all right, lifelong bureaucrats, all right? So we gave you lifelong bureaucrats that said that they didn't like this. It wasn't normal. It didn't go through the channels that they had laid out. So they're upset. Then if you haven't gotten it now, what we're going to do is we're going to get you to say, we want to get you to say, hey, those are three constitutional scholars. And that's what they do for a living every day, is indoctrinate young people with misinformation about the Constitution and our founding fathers. They do it every day. So there must be something there if these three constitutional, I mean, you got one on this end, one from the south, one from the north, one from the west, wherever. There's got to be something to this, right? Let me remind you of something. You can look it up while we go to break. If memory serves me right, Barack Hussein Obama is a constitutional scholar, is he? We'll check it out during the break. We come back, we're going to talk about Governor Brian Kemp, okay, appoints Kelly Loeffler. We heard about it. We heard it was going to be done. It's done, over with. What do you think? I'm going to give you my opinion of what could happen here. A couple ABCs, okay? A, this could happen, B, that could happen, C, this could happen, D, none of the above. But I'm going to give you what I think happens next with this appointment. We're going to also show you Congressman Doug Collins' response to that pick. We're going to show you a couple minutes from Congressman Doug Collins yesterday knocking it out of the park. Yes, MSNBC is laughing at our congressman this morning. We'll show you that too. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these messages.